If you get into a car accident and break a bone, an ambulance takes you to the hospital, right? But when you're overwhelmingly sad, anxious, stressed, nobody helps you, not even yourself. Yet we both know how important having good mental health is. Your mental health is incredibly underrated. Nobody knows how to take care of their well-being, and that's why you're here. My name is Pat. I went from depressed to happy in less than 2 weeks. And after obsessing for years about mental health, I've helped a bunch of people like you get the same results as mine. Here are 5 things you can do to improve your mental health. Number 1. Keeping your room clean. Right now, your mind feels like a mess. You're lost in anxiousness, ruminations of the past. You overthink about the future. If your mind was a bedroom, it will look like this, right? Your environment dictates your mood. So to live in a messy room influences you to live in a messy mind. And to live in a clean environment influences you to live in a clear, organized mind. Why do you think when you are at work, your boss puts an emphasis on keeping everything perfectly clean? Of course, there are hygiene laws businesses have to follow, but when you are in a clean environment at your workspace, doesn't it feel nice? Doesn't it feel relaxing? I remember when I was working at a cafe, I was waking up at 5 a.m. every single day on summer to open the shop. So when I was entering my workspace, it was always so nice to see the counter perfectly clean. Everything has been washed and placed at the right spot, which was setting the mood for the day. But it happened from time to time that I was coming in and the closing crew left everything dirty. There was a chair in the middle of nowhere, there was a smelly trash can that was still full. What impact do you think this had on my mood for the rest of the day? I was pissed, right? Waking up at 5 a.m. in the summer just to go to work and start my day in a dirty environment. So not only is my mood ruined, my coworkers feel that and it ruins theirs. Because now I'm not as smiley and social as usual. And here's why my boss wants us to keep the shop clean. Now that my mood is shit, I don't treat the customers that well. And they also see that my workspace is dirty, so now they might not be coming back because their first impression of the shop is unhappy employees and dirty environment. So to recap, just from my environment not being as clean and organized as usual, I'm having a shit day, my coworkers too, the customers are less happy, and the business is making less profit. You probably have seen this psychopath on Instagram who organizes his room to an inhumane level of perfection. And these videos get so many views because they're satisfying and also they are comforting. Imagine how pleasant it will be to enter that room. But having a room that clean isn't good for you because you're gonna be scared of leaving the smallest little stain of dirt, which is going to create stress. So you want your room to be clean and organized to a point where it's gonna bother you to leave some food residues on your desk, but you're not gonna freak out. I know cleaning your room is boring as fuck and you don't want to do it, me neither, but try to find some discipline in you and spend the next 15-20 minutes right now cleaning your room, because once it's done you're gonna be proud of yourself and now you just have to maintain it, which is super easy. How? Put an alarm on your phone right now at a time where you know you're gonna be in your room 100% of the time. When that alarm goes off, find one thing in your room that is not at the right place and put it back where it is intended to be. I'm telling you, your room won't be dirty anymore if you do that. So clean your room right now or after this video and you'll feel an improvement on your mental health immediately. Number 2, giving gifts to other people. Have you ever given a gift to a friend? Probably, right? And how did it feel? Your friend was grateful, your relationship grew stronger. This greatly impacts your well-being. The problem is a gift can be expensive. So the best way to give a gift is not to go on Amazon and find something they would like. Because not only is that expensive, that's also weird. I don't know about you, but if I would receive today an actual Amazon type gift for no reason, I would be happy but also intrigued. Like, why are you giving me this? You understand, it's just weird to receive a gift like that. The best way to do it is to make a random act of kindness. So let's say you're in the school cafeteria and there's a little chip stand. You buy a bag of chips for you and one for your friend. When you're gonna give it to him, he's gonna feel grateful, but he's not gonna think it's weird, which is where we want to be. Would you want that to happen to you? Yes, of course. So do it to them and you have a good chance that they will do it to you too. And by the way, it doesn't have to be with a friend, nor does it have to be with money. Just giving compliments to strangers, and especially old grandmas, will have the same benefit, if not more. Bro, if you say to a random grandma in the mall that she looks amazing, she'll be in heaven. And then she's probably gonna start saying how good you look and how amazing you are, because these people are just sweet human beings. I understand that speaking to strangers is scary, but it is worth going a little bit out of your comfort zone. There was actually a study a few years ago that showed how amazing speaking to strangers is for your mental health. Every participant was on a train and was asked to speak to a stranger. Every single one of them felt fear and discomfort, and every single one of them had a great boost to their well-being. So next time you see an opportunity to do a random act of kindness, do it. Before we continue, I would appreciate if you gave a like to the video and even if you subscribed if you want. I know it sounds cringe, but it really does work. Number 3, gratitude journaling. So maybe you've already heard about gratitude journaling, but basically it's a habit that consists of writing a word of gratitude in a journal about whatever you want. So how I do it is every single night I open my journal and write 3 phrases for 3 people that I feel grateful for in my day. So if my friend buys me a shake at the gym, I'll write it down in my gratitude journal. And you don't have to have a big reason. You can write something like, I'm grateful towards this cashier for asking me how I was. The beauty behind this practice is that it makes you appreciate the smallest little positive moments of your day and puts an emphasis on them. And the side effect of doing this practice is that your mind starts to generate positive thoughts automatically because you trained it to do so. It also makes you live in the moment instead of anxiously thinking about that work, that essay, or that appointment you have in a few. Overthinking about the future is the biggest cause to stress and anxiety. Gratitude journaling helps you come back into that state of appreciating what's on your side on the present moment. Number 4, socializing, but in a much more different way. I talked a lot about friends and strangers in this video, but socializing in real life takes a bunch of your time. And if you have mental health issues, I will assume you don't want to go out and speak to a bunch of people, which is totally understandable. But here's the magic, we are in 2025. The internet is at its peak and everyone is glued to it. I assume you play a certain video game or just an online game like chess, right? I assume you like some type of content like true crime, live streams, video game speedruns, right? I can assure you that in every single one of these niches there is an online community for it, like a Discord server or a school page. And what's even better is joining a guild in a video game, and now you play with these people and you actually develop genuine relationships. The smaller and the more specific the community is, the easier it is going to be to make some friends because there's way more people to know. You're never gonna make a friendship in a Discord server of 100k members, unless if you are super active, but it never happens. Back when I was playing Minecraft, I was playing on a mini game on this server called Hypixel, and I was in a guild for this specific minigame. We had around 30 members, so I rapidly started playing with these guys and became friends with them. All that to say that social connections are amazing and don't necessarily have to be in real life. They can be online, in a video game, or in a Discord server. Humans are social creatures. Back in the caveman days, everyone was living on a tribe, on a guild, and getting kicked out of that guild was basically a death sentence for them. They will be hunted down by another tribe or wild animals. For us, not being in a social circle doesn't mean death, but still has incredibly negative impacts on your health. Being in social isolation is pretty much as bad as smoking cigarettes. Look at what I found on Wikipedia. Studies have found social isolation is associated with increased risk in physical health conditions including high blood pressure, high cholesterol, elevated stress hormones, and weakened immune system. I get why staying isolated from the world is comforting, but now you don't even have to leave your house. Just talk with people online about things that you are already amazed with. Number 5, educating yourself. Watching videos like this are the best way to feeling better with yourself. Back when I was depressed in 2021, I started binge watching content like this, and it really is what helped me overcome my sadness. Spending your time and money on education will always be the best investment no matter what. If you found this video valuable, I've got something that will change your life even more. It's cheaper than a night out in a restaurant, and you'll get personal help from me for your problems. Check it out, and I'll see you next time.